Hiya Arielets, Aria Autumn here, and today I will be doing my very first theory. See, I just got finished watching Griffon the Brush Off, and something came to mind while I was watching the ending, with the whole party and everything. Gilda seemed like she really wanted to enjoy the party, and then she got pranked. And so she went on edge and freaked out and flipped out and made a fool of herself and lost her best friend, her only friend. So what would happen if there was no pranks? Would Gilda have actually gotten her redemption in that episode? Here's what I'm thinking. Every time something happened that showed a sense of kindness to Gilda, she was excited. Like when they're like, hey, dig into whatever you want. And she saw the vanilla lemon drops. She got excited. She's like, don't mind if I do. So she took it, but it was a prank. And it was hot and spicy, and she didn't like that. So she went to go get the punch, but it was a dribble glass. The next thing that happened was, just all these random little things. Like when she went to go open the presents, she was all excited. She was all happy and everything. And then the present was a prank. And she got upset. Or the cake. She was excited. She was ready to have at it. She blew out the candles. But the candles were the relighting prank candles. And so she got upset. And at this point, she was irritated. And so when put the tail on the pony, not spin the tail, came around, she wanted what she thought she did. Like, basically, she was excited for the party and everything. Everything was going good, and then she gets pranked, and now she's irritated. And so when Rarity said, I want to go first, can I have the purple tail? She said, no, I'm going first. I get the purple tail. Because she wanted something from the party. And when it was actually going well, and she would have done everything just right, she thought she was being pranked again. She was on edge, and so she turned around, went into the kitchen, and disaster happened. But what if there were no pranks? So instead of the lemon drops being spiced, puns, but being spiced, they were normal. She would enjoy them, right? And then what if the presents were actual presents, not a can of worms, which those are called, I believe? She might have been happy. And the cake? What if they actually had real candles on it, not relighting candles? Do you think she would have been happy? And at the end of it all, if she didn't set off all those pranks, I think she would have had a good party. And then Pinkie Pie's original idea of having a party to improve her attitude would have been a success. And I think Gilda would have come around and say, hey, I'm sorry for how I treated you guys earlier. I just was a little defensive about Rainbow Dash. I didn't realize you guys were this cool or this nice. But instead, she's gotten prank after prank after prank to the point where she was irritated and angry, and the party was unenjoyable. And so that was her impression of ponies. And she thought they were just like griffins, basically, with no hearts, pretty much. And so that's an interesting take on it. If she had not set off the pranks, the party would have been much different. Much, much different. More different, I mean. I was missing that word. But that's interesting. Just that little topic right there. That one little thing, if there were no pranks, she could have been redeemed right in that episode. On the other side of this, I like that they brought her back in season 5 and redeemed her then, because that episode was amazing, and baby Gilda was amazing, and learning about the Griffins was cool. But I just have to wonder, what would be different? How would that episode be different if the pranks never happened at that party, and if Gilda actually enjoyed it and was redeemed there? How would the lost treasure of Griffin's Dome have changed? Like, would she be the only Griffin there who would welcome the ponies, who would try to get friends and set up parties and everything? Would she be in trouble for all of that stuff, and would that have changed the course of the episode? That's very interesting to think about. But that's all I have. Tell me what you think in the comments below. Arya Autumn, signing out.